Hey, have you ever wondered to yourself, how am I going to become a comic book author or how am I going to become a comic book illustrator? Well, watch this video because this video exists to try and give you the information and the encouragement to become a comic book creator. I am by no means an expert on the matter, but I've learned a couple things and I just want to express what I have learned to help other people get started on their journey. The first tip I have to get started making comic books is the absolute most crucial, important part of information I'm ever going to tell anyone. So pay attention. If you want to become a comic book creator, you have to make a comic book. And that sounds like a really oversimplified way of putting it, but that's just the truth of it. And it took me kind of a long time to figure that out. One does not simply get to apply for a job being a comic book author, maybe an illustrator, but without some body of work for other people to look at and to show that you've completed something, you have nothing until you've made a comic book. And so if you want to make comics, start making one today. It's really that simple. But it's not, because you're going to have to script, storyboard, plan, raise money, pay an artist, or work with a guy who won't pay you, print the thing, distribute the thing, get it out there into the world. There's a lot that goes into it, and we're going to talk about all those topics. But like I said, until you've created a comic book and actually done something on your own ability, you really have nothing else to show people. So you have to start with, what can I do, and really think about, what am I capable of doing? So that brings me to my next tip, is to keep things simple. When I wanted to make comics, I had this great, grand, 100+ issue idea, and I thought it was going to be my life's work, and I still want to do my life's work, but I thought, well, I don't know enough about this industry to guarantee that it's going to be successful if I start out on my baby today. And so what I did was I reeled it in, and I planned a 6-issue series called Cooney, which is about my great-grandfather's career as a homicide detective. And so I ended up with this. I have here your standard 22-page issue of a comic book. And in fact, I have 2 issues of the 6-part series. And even though I successfully made the first 2 issues of my comic book, something I know now is even that was too ambitious of a place for someone who knew nothing about the process to start. Most recently, I did a commission with the artist Aaron Lang. It's called The Post Office, and it's on the creator-owned page. And it's a sequential story, self-contained, told in 8 panels. And it was a great experience for me to work with someone new and just get something done and able to show people, on a quick turnaround. I wrote the script, and looking at it, I instantly realized that Aaron's artwork would lend beautifully to, the realism of Peace, but he'd be able to deliver the jokes. And, he's a very seasoned artist, and it really heightened the work I was doing. By doing these small self-contained projects, I get to sample the artists I'm working with, because not everybody can just do anything. They have their own styles. They have their own strengths and weaknesses. So really consider that, start small and just try something new with somebody. If it doesn't work out, then you can always move on to a different project with someone else. But if it is working out, then start developing it further, because you don't just build a house starting from the top, you start from the bottom. And then the last bit of information I have is know where to look and work with other people, because it's going to motivate you to try harder and to elevate your craft. So if you have the ability to do everything on your own, then that's amazing, and I'm very happy for you. But I like putting my stuff out there into the world because it motivates me and it makes me hold myself responsible to deadlines and anything else I can do, be a functioning professional. When I first started making comics, I was going to art clubs at my school, and I was trying everything I could to just find someone locally I could work with. Eventually, I found a subreddit called Comic Book Collabs, and it's a great place where people are looking for work, and you can start a discussion. There's DeviantArt, there's Instagram, and you can always go to local shows and artist alleys and find people who are looking for work. So, know that there are options out there and you don't have to commit to just one. Start small, make something, make mistakes, learn from them, and you will develop your talent over time. And like I said, over time, we're going to focus on the finer points of making a comic book. But for right now, you just need to know that if you want to make a comic book, get started today. As a matter of fact, write down here in the comments, if you're looking for someone to work with, tell us that you're an artist, you're an author, you're an inker, you're a letterer, and you're looking for work. Leave an example of your work as long as it's appropriate to share online, and start the discussion. Maybe that's what this page exists to do, is to help other people create comic books. And so those are my 3 simple tips there. Make a comic, start small, and collaborate with other people. Learn from those experiences. Thank you for checking out Creator Owned. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube. There will be more, as I've said, but for right now, be inspired, start making comics, leave a comment down here, and try something new. Thank you guys, and take care.